And the show is going perfect.
I can't.
I'm only kidding. All right. So on, you want to know what? This is a very nice story, Jonathan.
Tell us.
On Monday, Deqa Dhalac. You know who she is?
No.
She became the first Somali mayor of South Portland, Maine.
Wow.
And by the way, Portland, Maine is like one of the largest cities in Maine, if not the largest.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to know why this is, besides being a Somalian and an immigrant to the United States, you want to know what makes this really a great story? More than 90% of South Portland is white.
I was about to say, I
Yes.
feel like it would be a lot of white people.
Yeah, more than 90%.
Wow.
So Dhalac 53 says her election shows what can be accomplished when people find ways to connect with each other instead of putting up walls.
Yeah.
And she says people will always have some kind of reservation, but will get to know you, listen to you, and see you are through that.
That
so
is
she
amazing.
She hopes her election as mayor is going to inspire others. You know? That's a great story.
That
now, Somali immigrant communities have grown in size and become more established in states like Maine, Minnesota, Ohio, and Washington. And now, Somali Americans are taking roles on local school boards and even serving in Congress, like Representative Ilhan Omar, of Democrat of Minnesota. Now, according to Seth Goldstein, he's the vice president of the South Portland Historical Society, about 6,000 Somalis live in Maine, thanks to a wave of migration that began in the early 2000s. You know, as a background, she's a social worker. She's also the family engagement and cultural responsiveness specialist for Maine's Department of Education. She has served on numerous boards as well. She's a mother of 3 adult children. So congratulations to Deqa Dhalac.
Awesome.
I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Is that correct? Deqa Dhalac, right?
Actually, my cousin's name is Dhalac.
Dhalac.
That's his name. So I think it's probably the same.
Deqa Dhalac.
Dhalac.
All right. All right. Wonderful.
That's dope.
Yeah. So in her inaugural address, Dhalac pledged to keep an open mind as mayor, listen with empathy, compassion, grace, and understanding, so we can serve South Portland together. And the crowd gave her a standing ovation.
I love
I'm going to
that.
tell you something. You know what?
Wow.
I hope one day, I'll tell you, you know, it would be really a beautiful day. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? When we don't have to say this story. Okay? We don't, it does, you know, like, so a bunch of white people, you know, elected a minority. Like, big deal. It happens all the time now.
Yeah,
you know, instead of saying, wow, this is like so special, because how often does this happen?
Yeah. Never.
That's
never
happened.
Never, that's
but,
not. When has that ever happened?
Remember we had the mayor from Montana?
In Montana, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying a woman, though.
A woman, though. No, I don't.
Woman.
I can't think of a Muslim black woman elected
that's
by a
deep.
large white population.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful story, though. That's awesome.
All right, and by the way, only one call so far. So Salim in Chicago, I'll spend 45 minutes with you if necessary. So call us 1-800-529-5465. By the way, the Army is going to award Purple Hearts to dozens of additional soldiers injured when Iran struck their airbase in Iraq with ballistic missiles back in January 2020. Now, remember when Donald Trump ordered the assassination of that general from Iran?
Yeah.
And then Iran retaliated by doing some weird weapon on the Al-Assad airbase.
Yes.
And nobody got killed, but a lot of people had post-traumatic stress disorder. In a statement to CBS News, a spokesman said the Army's Human Resources Command, which oversees the awards, approved 39 Purple Heart submissions for soldiers wounded in the attack. Now, retired Captain Jeffrey Hansen, who led many of the soldiers the night the base known as Al-Assad was attacked, said, "It's definitely a sense of relief and a sense of recognition." He was also injured and received the Purple Heart. Why it's important to receive the Purple Heart, besides being recognized by the U.S. government for being injured honorably, it also, the award carries lifetime benefits including priority medical care at Veteran Affairs hospitals, home loan benefits, and preferences for federal hiring. Some states even offer Purple Heart recipients tuition waivers for undergraduate and graduate degrees. So you get a lot of benefits from getting the Purple Heart. You may remember when this happened, Donald Trump said, oh, a couple of soldiers got some headaches, but nobody was injured. And although nobody was injured, apparently 23 of the 59 people who were injured were diagnosed with a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm sorry. And last month, members of this task force told CBS News that they felt pressure to downplay their growing injuries. It was CBS News that basically ran an expose that there were many, many soldiers who had traumatic brain injuries as a result of this attack by Iran. The United States downplayed it. Trump said it was a headache. They did not. They were severely injured, have major medical issues, and did not receive the Purple Heart. And because of the expose by CBS News, all of the soldiers injured now on this airbase, on that particular attack, have received the Purple Heart, which gives them a lot more benefits and certainly recognition by the U.S. government that they were injured and that it was in the line of duty.
Good.
So kudos to CBS News for breaking this story.
Right.
You know, it's why we need investigative journalism.
That is very true.
Meanwhile, a girl lost her teddy bear in Glacier National Park. I'm sure it's not the first girl to lose a teddy bear in a national park. But 1 year later, Jonathan, the teddy bear is back home.
What?
Yes, it's a child's worst nightmare while hiking on a trail in the fall of 2020. A 5-year-old girl by the name of Naomi Pascal lost her beloved teddy bear. Remember, these are Friday stories.
Right.
Okay, so Naomi and her parents, Ben and Addie Pascal, were walking on the Hidden Lake Trail in Montana's Glacier National Park when they lost the beloved bear named Teddy, of course. And Teddy was just not any bear. Teddy was the first gift Naomi's parents gave to her before her adoption.
Oh.
In 2016, she was still living at an orphanage in Ethiopia at the time. And Ben Pascal said in an interview with NPR, she had Teddy before she even met us.
Oh, look at her.
Okay, so cute. Now, Ben and Addie Pascal had high hopes for the bear turning up in the days following the hike, but didn't happen. And because they went on their hike near the end of the season, days before major snow was expected, time ran out. And despite checking constantly with rangers and lost and found, Teddy's whereabouts remained a mystery. And the Pascal family had no chance but to return to their home in Wyoming without Teddy. It wasn't until a random encounter the following year, in October 2021, that everything changed. A friend of the family who was visiting the park happened to see Teddy sitting on the dashboard of a park ranger's truck. It turns out that Ranger Tom Mazzeri, who monitors actual bear activity, had come across the teddy bear earlier that year after the snow melted. He was unaware of its backstory, but still felt compelled not to throw it out.
Wild.
So instead, he kept the bear and he put it on his dashboard of his truck. On October 6th, nearly a year after Teddy was lost, Naomi, now 6-year-old, was reunited with her bear.
Oh.
And unsurprisingly, she was ecstatic. Her father told NPR she was excited, so happy, she just repeated like 3 times, Teddy, Teddy, Teddy. Oh my gosh, this kid's going to be 15 years old and not give up Teddy.
No, I think Teddy's going to stay in her life forever.
Yes, never ever give up Teddy. All right? I mean, think about the deep connection to Teddy. That was her first being in an orphanage in Africa. In Ethiopia, not knowing who your parents are going to be. And they send you with this gift, and that's all she had in her. I mean, other than maybe the clothes on her back, that's all she had in her entire life.
Yeah.
And what a lucky girl she is that she's in the United States now.
That is beautiful.
Apparently with some loving parents. And that's a nice story.
I love that.
That's a Friday story,
That's a Friday
right?
feel-good story.
That is a Friday feel-good story. And lastly, a giant Christmas jumper has been created for a Tyrannosaurus Rex at London's National History Museum.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes, the T-Rex is sporting the festive knit, which has been made by a family-run firm in Leicester. British Christmas jumpers had previously produced sweaters for Ed Sheeran and the House of Parliament. The Leicester firm has been making Christmas jumpers since the 1980s. Can we see that picture of the T-Rex again?
How long?
Oh my God!
And they made that?
Yeah. Now the owner, the director of the company said that we've never done anything like this. My dad's never done anything like this, and he's been in business for 35 to 40 years. It's probably the biggest thing we've made, and going forward into the future, we have some other big projects planned.
That is hilarious.
It's 12 times heavier than a regular jumper, and by the way, in 2014, it is the second generation of the family that's making the British Christmas jumper, and it's Bavlik and Chanel. Realized that if their family's Christmas jumper label was going to take off, they needed to help in spreading the word, and they work with a London-based creative consultancy and created the multicultural Christmas jumper, which was popular, gave them a lot of press, and kept the business going.
I'm sure.
All right.
That's awesome.
And now they have a thriving British manufacturer. So the T-Rex celebrating Christmas.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.